Now I'm going to show you how to subtract integers. We're going to start off with something simple. 4 minus 3. I'm already going to give you the answer to it. 4 minus 3 is 1. But I'm going to show you how subtraction is actually addition. Once we know what integers are, we can think of this as an addition problem, and it could make things easier, especially if we're using those counters. I could rewrite this 4 positive. This looks like -3. Now bear with me. Some of you guys are like, All I did was put the colors in there and add a plus sign in between those two numbers. So instead of subtract 3, I changed that to a -3, just to help our brains with these integer chips. I have some students who circle each of the numbers. Remember, your sign will always be in front of the number. We could read that as 4 -3. 4 plus -3. So I have 4 positives and 3 negatives. They are different colors, which means we can make 0 pairs. A white and a red, a positive and a negative, count as 0, so they're a 0 pair. Hey, look at that. I took away a 0 pair. Now I'm going to take away a second 0 pair. Now I'm taking away 3 0 pairs. I'm left with a +1. We're still taking away, we're just taking away the 0 pair. Subtraction and addition are the same thing once you know what integers are. And this is going to help us a lot. We're going to do practice problems. The great part about this practice is you already know the answer, but we got to practice with those integer chips to help us get more fluent in math. Let's try 5 minus 1. 5 has no sign in front of it, so it's just a 5, and this -1 turns into a -1. And we put an addition sign in between. So +5 plus -1. I need 5 positive integer chips and 1 negative integer chip. So positive and negative, 0 pair. And that's it. That's the only 0 pair we can make. So we have 4 positives left. So 5 minus 1 is 4, or 5 plus -1 is 4. What if there's some negative numbers? -4 minus 2. So notice here we have our negative sign. So we're going to combine that with the number 4. So -4, and that -2 becomes a -2. We put an addition sign in between. -4 plus -2. So that subtraction turned into a negative. I have 4 negative chips and 2 negative chips. They are the same color, so we just squish them together and count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -4 plus -2 is -6. Or -4 minus 2 is -6. All we did was put an addition sign in between those numbers. What about -5 minus 2? I circle my integers. That negative sign always goes to the number to the right, and -2. I'm going to rewrite it, and I'm going to show with integer chips. They're the same color, so we just add them up. -7. What if they're both negative? -3 minus -2. Whoa, that looks really crazy. And sometimes they even put parentheses around. It's up to whoever wrote the math, whether they put the parentheses or not. If you like the parentheses, keep them. We were talking about how negatives are the opposite of the whole numbers. So that word opposite is going to help us in this situation. We're gonna go ahead and circle to figure out what kind of math we have. So -3, and any operations or signs in between that circle and the next number are going together. And I don't know about you, but that looks really funny. I'll get to it in just a second. I have -3. I have the plus sign. And then I have -2. So you could think of it as the opposite of -2, because negatives are just opposites of the other number. So if you think of opposite of -2, well, what's the opposite of -2? The opposite of -2 is +2. -3 plus +2. Okay, we have different colors now, so we're going to go ahead and 0 pair them up. I have a negative and a positive. That makes 0. I have another negative and a positive, and that also makes 0. 0 pairs go away. I'm left with -1. Don't worry, we're going to get a lot of practice on these. -4 minus -1. Okay, so we got a circle to figure out what we have. We have -4 plus, there's that double negative again, and we read that as the opposite of -1. The opposite of -1 is positive 1. So I got 4 reds and 1 white. Okay, different colors, so we pair them up. Whoop. Oh, no more 0 pairs. So what's left is -3. Let's do one more practice problem. 5 minus -3, let's do our circles. There's no negative sign in front of this 5, so it's just +5. Circle all that together. 5 is positive because there's no sign, plus the opposite of -3 is a +3. Huh, now this one looks super simple. 5 plus 3, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the counters. 5 positives and 3 positives. They're the same color, so we can't make any 0 pairs. We just add them up. So the answer is 8. I hope these videos helped you with adding and subtracting integers. Let me know if I can help you anymore.